Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got the third war of the season. It is a little bit out of place because the second war should have been uploaded. However, I wanted to upload this one prior or first, whatever the hell you want to say. But yeah, I wanted to upload this one first because this one comes with two Alliance War bosses, one from BG1 and one from BG2, which is my battle group. It's a Mojo and a Thing boss, both solos, and or at least technically, I'll let you know what I'm talking about later on. But gonna come across this Aegon, a 6-star rank 3, which is pretty insane. Probably the first 6-star Aegon I've come across, 6-star rank 3 Aegon that I've come across in war. We do have MD level 4. So, yeah, we're gonna be able to get to an SP3 pretty fast. Okay, going for another knockdown. He's gonna throw his another SP1, but yeah, we're gonna be at an SP3. There we go, and throw our SP3. He's at 59%, so this should deal a nice chunk of damage here. Alright, so from 59 down to 40. It's at 41. And now, yeah, we're just dealing a lot of damage. Going for an SP1, it's going to power steal and nullify a little bit. And then just go for an SP2 just because, yeah, he was pretty much dead. Alright, so first fight down, and now we're going to come and fight an Emma Frost. Now, I am going to switch to Suicide Masteries with Ghost. Now, this alliance, at least for this battle group, was running the XL and L defense tactic. I forget what it's called. So essentially, if you deal more than 300%, I believe, of your attack rating against a large or extra large champion, they get a protection buff. And they don't fall off until you intercept them. So luckily, I think I've only had one. I think it was only one fight that was large, and that was Heimdall. But here we got an Emma Frost. Now this fight, luckily they weren't running the defense tactic Stubborn. Otherwise, this fight would have been a little tricky. I would have to either have taken in Corvus or taken in Medusa. Or get really good in intercept, whichever one would have worked. And the reason is because, so Emma Frost starts the fight stun immune. Secondly, this is the heavy hitter, so if you were to bait a heavy, she would be unstoppable the whole duration of her heavy. So you are literally left with no choice except to intercept. Then somebody else took this Nick Fury, and now we're up to Red Skull and Heimdall. Both of these fights were fairly simple and straightforward. There's nothing really that would make Red Skull menacing on this node. Usually here I see Rhino on Aegis, I want to say Aegis, but they changed the name. So on Ebb and Flow Intercept, normally I see Rhino and then a Thing. But yeah, it was just a Red Skull and with Ghost, because we pretty much get these free intercepts from phasing. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Going for an SP2. SP2 deals 65k health, so a nice chunk, and we're almost done with the fight. The other thing is that I actually forgot to boost for this fight. And I just end up not boosting for the next one because it was just going to be one more fight. So yeah, he's almost down. Just gotta let him throw his SP1. And yeah, he's just not throwing it. So just going for the SP2. And yeah, the first hit takes him down. Alright, so this next fight, I kind of contemplated using Ghost just because Ghost can get the intercept quite easily against Heimdall. The only worry I would have to have is just really the class disadvantage if I went in with Ghost, but we ended up going in with Doom. And something that's interesting is that the protection actually activates prior to the hit, if that makes sense. Or at least I'm pretty sure. Because we are going to exceed the 300% attack rating in this fight. Okay, so ready to start a fight. The plan is to always make sure we end with a heavy, or whenever we can, just always have a face heal on him, because then he'll have the True Strike on him if he throws an SP1. So as you can see, we actually nullify both buffs, both the Precision and the True Strike. Alright, so we're trying to bait specials just until we get to this SP3. Kind of wanted to have him get close to an SP2. Fortunately, he wasn't really playing along, and I also wanted to intercept so that the SP3 would actually deal a good amount of damage. So far we're getting pretty unlucky, and go for the intercept there. Throw in our SP3. He's at 73% health. Now, I'm expecting to do at least 10% on this guy. So I throw the SP3, goes from 73% down to 60. So yeah, I did like close to 20%. Going for an SP1, as you can see, he does have protection. Now we're going to hand back here. Go for another SP1 to power drain. Just because he was in an SP2. And yeah, as you can see, he actually has 3 protection icons. Okay, going for another SP1 just to nullify the True Strike. And yeah, as you can see, yeah, I'm pretty sure some of those hits did 0 damage. Yep, 0 damage. Going for the intercept to take off the protection, because yeah, he had 2 stacks. Alright, we're almost done, and going for another heavy beta special 1. When you're fighting a Heimdall, you really don't want to push him to SP2. The only time you should, or the only time you should allow it is if you have a champion that nullifies everything. Otherwise, yeah, don't try it, because his SP2 is unblockable, or when he gets buffs it becomes unblockable, but even without buffs you still can't evade it. Alright, going for an SP3. Now I was actually expecting this to kill, I believe, and I believe this doesn't kill. Alright, let's see, going for an SP3. And yeah, it does 1%. It did 2.5k damage. I was like, what? Why did this a little damage? But yeah, I guess it could be because of the protection. Alright, and then somebody else takes this Ebony Maw. Now, we're going to come up against our last fight of the war, at least for me. So in total, I would have taken 5 fights. And my next fight is this Void. Now, the first thing I checked was... because I know Void has that, basically that large, extra large champion dashback. So I thought, oh, Void might be a large. So yeah, first thing I checked was his tags, and he ended up being medium. So I was like, oh, okay. This I know it was only 1 fight, but I was like, yeah, this war is really close. This is a little bit too close for our comfort. A lot of people died to dumb stuff. There was even a DC. Actually, there was 1 DC and 1 crash in this war as well. So 2 extra deaths that if device or software were at 100% shouldn't have happened. I ended up boosting with health and the attack. I didn't use the champion boost. I knew I was going to be dealing a lot of damage. I used a tech boost just so I can get to an SP2 quite fast, and then I thought, you know what, this is too close. I'm going to feel more comfortable if I boost just a little bit more, so we use the Power Star 1, just because if we can get to yeah, an SP2 as fast as possible, and I do end up using a champion boost for the single fight. Alright, so I know for a fact that, yeah, Ghost is going to be hitting pretty hard. This is stun immune as well. And yeah, my Ghost has 5,200 attack, and yeah, pop the Power Star 1. Pretty confident I won't get hit. So yeah, I didn't use the invulnerability, but used the Power Star 1. Alright, so here I do gotta watch out because I am gonna gain debuffs. So as you can see, I'm trying not to hit him too many times. Going for an SP2. We're already back to an SP2. Go for another SP2. It doesn't kill him because I missed the first hit. We're gonna evade this SP1. Let him come in. And SP2, and that takes him down. So yeah, the avoid fight with the tech boost and the incinerates and poisons applying to me made this fight super fast. And then yeah, now we're gonna head on to the first Alliance War boss. Alright, so for the first Alliance War boss, now it's funny thing is that when I knew Wes was gonna take this fight, so it's a 6-star rank 3. I believe signature like 160 or 180, so it's actually a pretty high level thing. And you can see he has like 460k. This dude is boosting to the teeth, and yeah, he has he went in like a mini boss. He's got almost 52k health and like 6k attack or something. And so the hard part about this fight is managing the hit count. But the thing is that if this was stubborn, it's so easy to time out on stubborn that it's not even funny. I've timed out a couple times last season to stubborn. And unfortunately, he didn't get the best start. Normally, you would want to get to like 20 plus stacks of spores. And reason being is so that you can deal as much damage as you can. If you can keep those spores up through the fight, then you're gonna look real pretty. And so as you can see, it's been close to 1 minute in. He's done about a quarter of his health, so not exactly the best start, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's just like if you rewind to the start of the fight, or whenever you see that he has more than like 20 spores, the amount of damage that Omega can put out in just a couple seconds is actually nuts. And I can't wait to take mine to rank 3. Freaking even at signature 20, man. Even at signature 20, I was dealing a lot of damage. Alright, and as you can see, one of the things that he has to manage the most is the rock stacks. Luckily, he doesn't have to also manage stubborn. I don't know. Stubborn on an Alliance War boss can be a little tricky. I feel like there's certain fights. Okay, so actually, let me know, guys. How have you guys been dealing with Thing as the Alliance War boss if stubborn is on? So far we've been using Omega mostly. However, it's been resulting in timeouts. I think Thing can do it. Not Thing. I think Void can do it. Mine's only a 560. Oh well, I've got a 565, which I'm not sure if I would time out. But I think one of the things I'm worried about, apart from timing out, is whether I can actually manage the rock stacks for 5 minutes straight. I don't know. I'm interested to see. I know for Doom we can either use Magic, we can use Ghost. For Mojo, there's Guillotine. There's Ghost as well can do it. Magic. So there's a couple choices for the other ones. But for Thing on stubborn can get a little crazy. Alright, so we're 3 minutes in, and he's done good, pretty good as far as managing the hits. Unfortunately, there was a couple times where he basically just had to manage as best as he could. And here he gets pretty close to 10 spores. If you had seen Legacy's Alliance War video where he took on Thing as a boss, and he had 10 stacks of spores and went for medium when he had 15 stacks, and it happened to be unblockable. Yeah, you just kind of have to let those fall off, even though it means doing less damage, but it definitely beats dying. Alright, so this thing is almost down. He's got 10% left. Just have to make sure he can count properly. The thing is that now that he's in Assassin's range, yeah, just these spores aren't going to always go up one because of, yeah, Assassin's range. Alright, and he throws the SP1, and I believe that is the fight. So, pretty stressful fight, honestly. I kind of want to try with Void. It's just that on Path 5, it's pretty hard to fit Void onto the team. Especially because of Redoubled Determination being 2 of the fights in there, and then him being practically useless on Path 5 because of the way that Ebb and Flow works, where all debuffs are removed. Next up, though, is this Mojo boss. I believe it's a 6-star. Yeah, I think it was a 6-star. And oh man, this hurts, bro. So when I first saw, basically I was in the Lions War map checking out G-Man fight, and I saw that he didn't solo, and I was like, dude, oh, like, damn, that hurts, because it's close war, right? And, yeah, after, especially because we only had, this was left for, last minute, too. But the thing that hurt, man, was, after, he came back and he showed me the video, I was like, dude, no way. So, the first time I saw him die, I saw that Mojo had 70% of his health. I was like, dude, what happened? And then he took him down. And then he showed me the video, and oh my god, you guys will see it, but okay, so this Mojo fight, if you have magic, yeah, she pretty much locks him down. You can use Guillotine 99 as well. I've seen people solo. However, I feel it's probably most comfortable to use magic. The other thing about Mojo is that his blocking animation is kind of funky. So it's if you're not paying attention, it's very easy to confuse his blocking animation with him getting hit. Which if you hit him once and you dash back and you think you can intercept, yeah, that's a no-go. Okay, he gets 2 stacks of degen on him. Luckily, that Limbo completely saved him because, yeah, that would have been really bad. It was dealing 1k every tick, so thank God to Limbo, man. It's kind of insane how even, I don't know when Magic was updated, but ever since I've been playing the game, Magic has been such a solid champion for Alliance War. Just her power lock on the SP2, it's so good. Alright, so we're coming up to the end. He's down to 1%. And his game crashes. And he goes back in and he sees the Kabam logo. And he goes back into the game, and Mojo is at full health. Dude, I would have been so beyond pissed. So essentially what would have been a solo ended up resulting in 2 more deaths. I'm gonna give that to G-Man. It was pretty much a solo with the exception of the death. What he told me is that he probably ran out of space and crashed his app. I don't know. Either way, man, that hurt so bad. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.